Hi everybody, we're going to do one more game. This is part of our Christmas thing, so 21 special, and it is Jeopardy. Let's see how we do.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player one. Player two. Player three. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Furniture words. What are you made of? Drink it, dance it, or drive it? Do the math. Stars and their roles. And world geography. Player one, you start. 39xy divided by 3x equals this.
What is 13y?
Player one? That's right, way to go. Player one. 20, 21, and 22. Multiply by 3, and you get this.
What is 189?
It's player one. You are correct. Player negative one. 4 times negative 4 times negative 2 times negative 2 equals this.
What is 64?
Let's hear it, player one. You are correct. If 7x plus 5 equals 40, x equals this.
What is 5?
It's player one. That's correct. From the Greek for stretch, it's the term for the longest side of a right triangle.
What is a hypotenuse?
It's player one.
Yeah!
Please pick again. Cabriolet. Yes, player one?
Cabriolet, I believe you drink it.
No, that's not right. Anyone else? It's player two. Good. Player two, start us. Hambo.
I believe you dance it.
It's player one. Good. Okay, Kirsch.
You definitely drink
Okay,
it.
player one. You got it. Player one, Trabant.
I believe you
Let's hear it, player one. Right. You get Papala. Player one.
I believe you did.
Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? The correct response is drink it.
Oh.
You get to pick again, player one. Something up for debate is on it. Someone who's had a few too many drinks can end up under it. It's player one.
What is the table?
In 1965, members of this included Robert McNamara and Stuart Udall. Player 1?
What is the cabinet?
Yes. You again. Stretch out in this garden area in which plants are grown, or perhaps here at the bottom of a lake.
What is a bed?
It's player 1. Right. This empire began around 1300 and lasted until 1922.
What is the Ottoman Empire?
Yes, player 1? Yep. Please, to phrase your words in a specific way. Okay, player 1?
What is a couch or case? No, let's say bench.
Any other takers? Let's hear it, player 2. Sorry.
First time.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, player 3. That is correct. Player 3, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? Melbourne is in the Australian state named for this woman, a friend of Viscount Melbourne. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. Player 1, and here's Jimmy.
Victor Hugo described the tide rising as swiftly as a galloping horse here at Mont Saint Michel in this country.
Yes, player 1? Right you are. You Paulistas live in a large city in this large South American country. Player 1? Good. This country's Grand Canal ends at the port of Hangzhou. Let's hear it, player 1. That is correct. It's Africa's highest mount that shares its name with a country. It's player 1. That's right. Way to go. We return to you, player 1. She was magazine editor Miranda Priestley, who fiendishly wore Prada. Yes, player 1? Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the response we were looking for. Meryl Streep. Player 1, he was Julian Kay, an American gigolo. It's player 1. Yes. Player In 2005, this actor walked the line as Johnny Cash. Player 1? That is correct. Player he was 1? Charlie Chaplin in a 1992 biopic. It's player 1. That is correct. Player he 1. Was Heathcliff to Merle Oberon's Cathy in 1939's Wuthering Heights. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. We return to Queen Elizabeth II at Madame Tussauds. Player 1? That's right. Way to go. Player Moses 1? By Michelangelo at San Pietro in Vincoli, Rome. It's player 1. You are correct. Player Tecumseh 1? On Cheers. Let's hear it, player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player 2. Anyone else? Okay, player 3. Yep. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 3, you make the next selection. Here's Kelly.
The warriors of China's first Qin emperor are made of this. It's Italian for baked earth.
Let's hear it, Player 1. That's right. Way to go. Let's have a look at the $1,000 clue. Answer? The Daily Double. You are in the lead. All right, here's your clue. St. John the Baptist by Donatello at Siena Cathedral. That puts you even further ahead. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are Awards and Honors, Medicine, Men and Women, The Quasi-War with France, Through Europe on E90, Theater Around the World, and Under the Sea. All right, let's get back into this. Player 2 has control. In 1968, a federal court found this author and pediatrician guilty of violating the Selective Service Act. It's Player 1. Yes. Player 1. In 1659, Italian anatomist Marcello Malpighi discovered that the lungs were made up of these tiny air sacs. Player 1. Yeah, good. This German bacteriologist developed a test for syphilis and an inoculation for tetanus. Yes, Player 1? Nope. Any other takers? Here's what we wanted. August von Wassermann. Player 1. In 1796, he inoculated 8-year-old James Phipps with material from a cowpox pustule from Sarah Nelms. Let's hear it, Player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. Edward Jenner.
Oh, okay.
Select again. In 1889, Susan LaFlèche Picotte, a member of this Nebraska tribe, became the first Native American female doctor. Yes, Player 1? You got it.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1. People who need Peabodys envy her for the Peabody Award she won for her 1994 HBO concert. It's Player 1.
Yeah!
This actor dedicated his American Beauty Oscar to his friend Jack Lemmon, who had inspired him. Let's hear it, Player 1. That's it. Player For the musical Sunset Boulevard, Hugh Jackman won 2 Mo Awards, equivalent to the Tonys, in this his native country. Let's hear it, Player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player 2. That's it. Player 2, you start. The JFK Profile in Courage Award is modeled after a lantern from this frigate built in 1790s Boston. Yes, Player 1? good. Player one. Washington, D.C.'s theater awards are named for this First Lady of the American Theater. Player one. Yeah, good. Please pick again, player one. On June 21st, 1798, this president told Congress he was going to break off relations with France. Okay, player one. Nope. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player three. That's right. Way to go. Where do we begin, player three? Preparations for war included adding ships like the USS Constitution, nicknamed this in the War of 1812. Let's hear it, player one. Yes. Player USS Constellation beat both La Vengeance and L'Insurgente in this sea, where the U.S. enjoyed a home field edge. It's player one. That is correct. The rally cry of the Americans during the fight was "Millions for this, but not 1 cent for tribute." It's player one. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the response we were looking for. Defense. Player one. In October of 1797, the United States met with agents of France known by these 3 code letters. Let's hear it, player one. Correct. Select again. The musical Les Mis didn't debut on Broadway, but in this city, its setting. Okay, player one. You got it. So he directed a landmark Chinese production of his play Death of a Salesman at the People's Art Theater in Beijing. It's player one. You got it. Player one. A Dutch TV reality show picked the muscular swinger for the European run of this Disney musical. Okay, player one. Yeah, good. Select. Answer. The first of the daily doubles. You are in the lead. Here is your daily double clue. There's a method behind his founding of the Moscow Art Theater with Nemirovich Danchenko. Player one. Player one. Here's Jimmy from our Clue Crew with the clue.
Performers in this traditional Japanese art of singing and dancing wear elaborate stylized makeup.
Okay, player one. Yes. Player one. We'll start our trip east on Route E90 in this chief seaport of Portugal. Yes, player one. No, that's not right. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player two. No, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player three. That's correct. Player three, you start. Let's head to this Spanish coastal city to shop along its Rambla de Catalunya. Player one. Correct. Player one. My cat wants me to look up its relatives in this capital of Turkey. It's player one. Hey, you're right. You answer the second daily double. You are in the lead. All right, here's your clue. We'll stop in Thessaloniki, the capital of this Greek region that produced Philip and Alexander. Sorry, you're down to second now, player. Here's the correct response. Macedonia.
Oh no!
E90 goes through Brindisi. This famous ancient Roman road, also known as a way, ended there. Player one? You got it. We return. We're flying past 10,000 feet on our way to this. The altitude will maintain en route 35,000 feet. It's player one. Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers?
I'll be right back. Sorry, folks, my alarm is going off.
Let's hear it, player two. Correct. Where do we begin, player two? Let's go over to Sarah.
Ledger lines are for notes that don't fit on the 5-line staff, like this note that can be shown 1 line below the treble staff or 1 line above the bass staff.
Yes, player one? No, sorry.
Terrible.
Anyone else? Here's the correct response. Middle C.
Oh man.
Player two, back to you. The modern Hebrew and Arabic alphabets consist only of this type of letter. It's player one. Good for you. Player it's one? The South American national capital city that fits the category. Okay, player one. Hey, you're right. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? Found in South Africa in 1905, this 3,106 carat diamond went to Amsterdam for cutting. Okay, player one. Nope. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player two. Sorry, that's wrong. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, player three. Yes. Oh, sorry. Player two, you'll not be progressing to Final Jeopardy. Here comes the Final Jeopardy, players. The category is this. Household products. Please enter your wager. Here you are, players, the Final Jeopardy clue. According to its earliest ads, 0.56% of this product was made up of carbonates, mineral matter, and uncombined alkali. Did you come up with the correct response? And this correct response will add how much to your score?
Oh, well.
What did you put as your response?
Yeah, I lost, but that's
How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
all good. I'll see you all for that next segment right after
Player 3, congratulations to you. So long, everybody.